Hi, and welcome to this episode of Play Viral. Just like every month, there will be many new Netflix releases in May. We have made a top 7 of the most interesting Netflix films that will be released in May. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment for more content. You as a viewer ensure that we can continue to make content. 7. Fairy. Fairy is a spin-off film about drug king Fairy Booman. In 2019 there was already a series about Fairy called Undercover. The series told the story of the hard drug criminal. Two undercover agents infiltrate the life of Farah's campsite, where the criminal lives with his wife Danielle Booman. The goal? To catch Fairy in the act of his wrongdoing, in order to get him under lock and key. After 2 seasons, Fairy will get his own spin-off film that will be released on Netflix in May. The film, appropriately called Fairy, takes the viewer back to the early years of the drug criminal. 6. Monster. Monster is a film that premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2018. Entertainment Studios then picked up the rights, but eventually, probably due to the pandemic and closed cinemas, the title ended up with Netflix. He can use the film well, because the company plans to release a film every week this year. Monster is about 17-year-old American Steve Harmon, a top student with a passion for photography whose life is completely destroyed when he is accused of murder. He then ends up in a complex lawsuit, with potentially life as punishment. 5. Oxygen. What if you are trapped in a cryogenic box and you run out of oxygen? That is the premise of new Netflix movie Oxygen. Oxygen is a French survival thriller directed by Alexandre Aja, known for various horror films, such as The Hills Have Eyes and Crawl. The film tells the story of a young woman who wakes up in a cryogenic capsule. She doesn't remember who she is or how she got there. Running out of oxygen, she has to rebuild her memory to find a way out of her nightmare. 4. The Woman in the Window. Once again Netflix chooses to release an original movie of a best-selling book. The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn is the lucky one this time. Anna Fox is an agoraphobic child psychologist who keeps an eye on the perfect family across the street through the windows of her New York home. Her life is turned upside down when she accidentally witnesses a brutal crime. Based on A.J. Finn, harrowing secrets are revealed and nothing and nobody is what they seem in this thrilling psychological thriller starring names such as Amy Adams, Anthony Mackie and Julianne Moore. 3. Milestone. This film follows the story of a middle-aged truck driver, 𝐂𝐓, who is coping with a personal tragedy, while facing the existential threat of losing his job to a young recruit. The events in the story come together as 𝐂𝐓's truck touches the 500,000 kilometers mark, a record at his company. The film will have a global release on Netflix on May 7, 2021. 2. Army of the Dead. Meet Army of the Dead, the start of a new zombie franchise on Netflix. A group of hitmen plans to commit a heist in Las Vegas. The area has been quarantined due to a zombie invasion. Run away, you might say, but the crew sees it as the perfect opportunity to commit a robbery. The targeted loot? $200 million in cash. The plague originates from the secret Area 51 military base in Nevada. The US government has managed to contain the outbreak by building a wall around an overrun Sin City. But there is still all that money in casinos full of zombies, as long as someone is brave, or dumb, enough to try and get it. From May 21st on Netflix. 1. Blue Miracle. The fact-based story follows Omar, who runs the Casa Hogar orphanage for local street children. When a devastating hurricane destroys this facility, he enters a big fishing contest in hopes of saving it. To do this, he and a number of the children join forces with a fisherman who has gone ashore played by Dennis Quaid. Blue Miracle will be released on Netflix on May 27. This was our top 7 new Netflix movies releasing in May. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment for more content. You as a viewer ensure that we can continue to make content. Thank you for watching this episode.